is Dawn, and I'm the Busymomstitcher here on YouTube and Instagram. This is Flosstube number 3, and today's date is March 9th, 2024. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, this channel is all about my cross-stitch journey. If you are returning, thank you for watching. I wouldn't be here without you. If you like what you see today, please subscribe, like, and comment. Today's video is going to be about, I'm going to show you some, first I'm going to talk about some Flosstubers that I have watched. I'm going to do some previous, I have a previous fully finish. My WIPS for the 2 weeks that I did, some haul, questions, life update, and some plans. So hopefully this won't be too long of a video, but let's go ahead and get started. So first, the Flosstubers I have watched. So I have watched more than what I'm going to show or talk about, but I did 4 this time. Yes, 4 that I'm going to talk about, and I'll link everyone in the description below. So that you can just click on it and go check them out if you haven't heard of them. Some of these, some of you might have heard of before, but I just wanted to mention them and that I do watch them. So the first one is Erin Elizabeth. She has a couple of videos out of first of her market releases, and then she has one about her floss, how she bobbinates her floss and the floss rings that she has made. And then she also has another video that I watched today regarding her how to finish a project, how to finish her projects. Also, if you see me looking down, I am looking at my notes so I don't mess anything up. So the next person that I've watched this week is Nisi Lynn. She's usually on Fridays that I watch. I love her samplers. So I'm not a sampler person. And I don't think I'll ever stitch a sampler because I don't care for the alphabet in the cross stitch. But I love watching her in her finishes of her sampler. And I love how she always has a story that goes with her sampler. So I really enjoy watching her Flosstube. So if you haven't ever seen her, go check her out on her channel. The next one is bandestitchery. This is a mom and daughter Flosstube. Their last Flosstube that they talked about a chocolate cake, eating a whole chocolate cake, and Brandy, the mom, fell off of the wagon of buying patterns, so she ate the whole chocolate cake, which was just the funniest thing ever that I heard. So I might just fall off the wagon and eat a chocolate cake too as well. And then Brandy also talked about how she doesn't cut her fabric. I don't either. I don't cut my fabric. It's always a blanket on me. If anyone else does this, maybe you can give me tips, especially on my full coverages. On my full coverages, I do have a lot of fabric, and sometimes I want to know how you guys roll it up. Do you roll it up? Do you pin it with these big clips? If you have any suggestions, put them in the comments below and so I can see. So check out bandestitchery. That's a very good one to watch as well. The next one is Crafting Colorado. She does a full coverage stitches, and I am getting into the full coverage. I have 3. I'm possibly going to be starting 2 more. But I love watching her progress on her full coverages. So go check out Crafting Colorado. And then my last one is the Bougie Stitchers. This is a sister Flosstube channel. They're 2 sisters. I discovered them just a little while ago. I love watching them. They are hilarious. And I love what they stitch on. So go check them out too. So all of them I will list below. And then you can just go check them out after you watch my video. All right. So now we're going to start with my previous fully finish. These I did last year and got them done during Easter of 2023. They're by Shannon Christine. I know one of the patterns I think you can purchase on her website. The other ones I'm not really sure because they were part of the subscription that I am in. So some of these might not be out there yet, but I do know one is. They're all done on 14 count. I believe it's a mint, but I'm not sure if it was called mint or mist. I'm not sure, but it's all by Charles, the DMC Charles Crafting. I think that's what it is. But I got it at 123 Stitch. So if you need to know what kind of fabric this is, I can look it up and I'll look it up and put it in the notes as well. All right, so the first one is, I did all these in little pillows, is Egg-Cited for Easter. And I love how Shannon Christine does her, so this is all DMC, and she just changes the colors to make it look ombre. I just love how, like, you go from a light orange to a dark orange or a yellow, light yellow, and then go to the darker yellow. And I just love changing I do like changing my floss a lot. I don't know about the one color thing. I do have one project that I'm doing one color, but. So I just did the normal pillow thing where you sew the whole thing together and then you cut a little hole in the back and you turn it inside out, back out. And then I just put a piece of felt in there. And I have stuffing in them pallets thingies, the little things you can put in there to make it a little bit heavier. So there's one previous finish. And then the other one is just this cute little Easter. I think this one I saw on the other day on our website say that she just released this one. Again, DMC floss. And I did the same way. This one I put a little pin on it. Or a button. I'm sorry, a button, not a pin. This one says Happy Easter. So these are like really quick little stitches. It probably took me a week to do them, but they were quick stitches. And then this one says Eggs to Die For. Super, super cute. Little paintbrush. This one I have a little bunny on the back as well. And then this last one is, this one is on her website because I remember purchasing it. I just don't remember the name of it. It's got a little chick, it's the tree, it's got a chocolate bunny, some eggs. And this is on a pillow. It is all DMC as well. Let's see if I can. And then I didn't put a button on this one. I just put some felt in it. And then I just actually store them in this little, for Easter. I think I'm gonna put it in this dough bow and put some eggs with it or something. But I purchased this at a craft show this fall. So that's my previous fully finishes that I have completed. So the next is I started two new starts. So one of my first starts is the start I did for my Leap Sal. I did the Jardin Prive. I think that's how you say her name. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. It's the farm, Quaker, the Quaker farm. And that's the one I showed you, I think, last time and asked about what colors to do. So let me, sorry about the crinkling. I have to take it out. So this is the stitch. I decided to do it with Color and Cotton Battleship. So it's this blue. It's by Color and Cotton. And I didn't get very much on it. I'm trying to think. That was a Thursday. Yeah. I worked a lot that week. I had to work Tuesday through Friday, both jobs, which I don't usually do, but that week I did. So I didn't get very much started. I got the left corner. So I always start on the left hand corner. Oh no, did I do this wrong? No, it goes like this. Yeah. So this is the left-hand corner that I started, and hopefully, now that I look at that, I think I did that wrong. Oh, I might be frogging this out. Yeah, that is the left. Okay, I might have to really think about this. No, I think I did. Okay, well anyways, this is what I started on. I don't believe I think I have too much fabric. I don't think I started this correctly. So I might be frogging it and restarting it. So I'm gonna do this one, since this was my leap year, I'm going to do this start on the 29th of every month until I'm finished. So the 29th, this one won't get touched unless it's the 29th of the month. So I will start that on the 29th of every month. And this is on, again, antique white, I believe, 14 count. So now I'm gonna go investigate what, I think that's not on there right. Oh. Probably, I started it and I was exhausted, probably that's what happened. So let me throw that back in the bag. All right, so then my next stitch, I started this past Monday. I had another allergic reaction, not even sure what it was from. I thought it was from this shot that I got for ammonia, but the doctor said it wasn't. I don't know. So I had to take Monday off from both jobs. And I'll talk about that more on my updates. But anyway, so I wanted to start something new. I wasn't feeling good, so I wanted to start something new. So I decided to start because I did like that Quaker, and I didn't think I would like Quakers, but I do like Quakers now. So I went to Primrose Cottage, and I purchased the Honeybee Quaker. So this is the Honeybee Quaker by Primrose Cottage. I think I'm probably gonna get all the rest of them as well. These are so cute as the pillows. And I'm doing all DMC floss. I am using 14 count Artiste. So it's this, sorry for the glare, but this is from Hobby Lobby, Artiste, and it's just the white. DMC, using DMC, and this is how it goes. This is where I started. Let me see. Let me pull up my iPad here real quick and tell you how many, oops. Sorry, I have to get to where I'm going. This one, I did 65 stitches that day. So I had to go to the doctor's that morning, and then by the afternoon, I kitted this up and started it. So 65 stitches. And it's Honeybee Quaker by Primrose Cottage. just on a white Aida. All right, so then were my two finishes. Then, so now we're into my WIPS. So on, let me get back to my calendar here. So on February the 25th, which was a Sunday, I spent my wheel. I always spin a wheel, it has all my WIPS, and then that's why I stitch in the morning. Then in the afternoon, if I'm at work, I do my work stitch, and then I'm trying to do my full coverage Mystic Cow at nighttime if I don't work my second job. So this one was Sunday, and I only did 42 stitches. I actually went out with some friends that day, so I didn't get a lot of stitching done. So I did 42 stitches. It will look like, no, I didn't go out with anyone. I think that day I wasn't feeling good. I don't know. Days are all mixing up together. Anyways, so this is February Cottage of the Month by Cottage Needleworks. It'll look like this when it's done. And I'm sorry if you hindered the bags. I'm trying to put everything. I am doing on, I'm using DMC floss, and I am doing it on, again, the Artiste, but this one is vintage taupe. It's 14 count. You get them at Hobby Lobby. And this is where I'm at now. So I believe I got the leaves done this time. So not a lot of stitching. It was only 42 stitches. These are pretty quick. I mean, I probably could get this done in a week or two, but I like to touch all my WIPS at least once a month, or try to touch them at least. Since I'm starting to have a little bit more, it's kind of, sometimes I don't get to touch them all at once, but every beginning of the month, I restart my wheel. So then on February the 26th, I did month to month December by Stitching with the Housewives. It will look like this. Sorry for the glare. I don't really want to take it out of my plastic thing. It is done on, again, this one is done on 14 count Malted Milk. Yeah, Malted Milk by Lori Holt. I purchased that at Fat Quarter Shop. I'm using DMC floss. And this is where I'm at now. I finished up, I need to get one of them boards. I finished up the rest of this brief, and then I'm starting on the bee there. So I have a couple of these that I am doing. I really would like to get some of these done for next year. So I start putting them up. I have the barn. There's a barn that Paisley and Polka Dots has, and I have already painted it, and that's where I'm going to put on them. So hopefully I can do that soon. And then I did my full coverage, which is the Majestic Moo. So I did that on February 26th, and then I did it again in March. I only did it 2 times this time. March 6th. So I'm hoping maybe I can get to it tomorrow. But I haven't touched it, and I really want to touch it more. So it only got 200 stitches. So it's going to look like this when it's complete. And it's by Heaven and Earth Designs. Check out their website. They have a lot of full coverage. It's beautiful. And then here's this is my blanket. So if anyone has, I always use cube snaps. I only like the smaller ones. I think this one is a 8x8. Yeah, I don't like the 11x11s, but if anyone has any suggestions on how to put this on, I don't know. Any suggestions? I have it clipped here, but I like to know what to do with all this. But, so this is on a 14 count. No, I'm sorry. This one is not. This one is on an 18 count. Yes. 18 count gridded fabric. And I will say this. Let me put something back in it. Sorry about the lighting. This is my only one that's not a 14 count, and I do like it. So I did this block here, and I believe this block here. So I go in a diagonal way. These are my park threads, sorry for them. So hopefully soon we'll get some more of that pink color. I really want to, or this gray color. I'm in this black part right here. So hopefully I'll get that soon. All right. Brought up my blanket there. So then on February the 27th, I started, I did Welcome, and this is by Cricut Collection. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Sorry for the glare. Is done on a 14 count that I dyed. And here's another example of my big fabric. I don't cut him. I just usually pin a lot or use clips. And this is where I am now. So I did all this little part right here, and this got 127 stitches. I did all this little white here. So hopefully by the next time we see it, we'll have a W. There's a big crow too that's up here. Or not a crow, a chicken. No, it's a hen actually. It's a rooster. So hopefully I'll get up there soon. Again, I'm using DMC floss. And this is 14 count that I dyed myself, Rit dye. It's in my cute little owl bag that I made. I do make most of my, I have all my bags I make. I either make or I use Ziploc. Okay, let me throw this back in there so we don't lose anything. All right, so then on that same day, on my lunch hour, I did month to month. That one, let's see. I thought I wrote it down. I don't remember how many stitches. That one has gotten over 100 stitches. I did write it down, but I don't know what I did with it. So that one this one I do on my lunch break. So I get an hour lunch break during the week. So this one gets stitched on it. It is month to month January by Stitching with the Housewives. It'll look like this when it's finished. And I'm actually going to take it out of the Q-snap, so give me a second. So you can kind of see the whole picture. I thought about doing that after I started my video. Maybe I'll try to. Okay. So this is done on a 14 count, the Malted Milk, and that's what I'm doing all of these month to month on by Lori Holt. This is where I'm at right now. Hold on a minute. So I actually, this week and the past week and this week, I got this top barn done. So I finally got the top of the barn done, and now I'm going to try to finish the rest of the barn. And then I have a couple snowmen over here to do. Oops, a couple snowmen down here to do. the rest of the word January, and then some snowflakes, I think, on the top. So hopefully by next January, I will have this one done. I should be. One day I got 109 stitches on this during my lunch hour, and that's a lot because I don't usually do that. So I must have ate really fast and hurried up and stitched. I don't know. Something happened. I got done a lot faster. So then on Wednesday, February the 28th, I did Adorables Christmas by Stitching with the Housewives. You will see a lot that I have. I do have a lot of Stitching with the Housewives patterns. This is the Adorable Christmas. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one I'm going to keep in the Q-snap. This one I did all of this reef. I finally finished that reef. Let me find something that covers the back up. I think tomorrow I'm gonna have to make a board. All right, so I did that reef right there on that door. This one got 109 stitches that day. Super cute, super fun. That was adorable. Oh, and I'm using DMC floss on that one. And then I have it in my Amazon bag. So I have Amazon bag, Ziploc bags, and bags that I make. Then on February 29th was that my new start for the leap year, and that was the Quaker farm. So let's get to March. So March 1st, I did March 2nd, I did September Cottage. Yeah. September Cottage by Country Cottage Needlework, sorry. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one I am getting there. I am very close on this one. This is done again on 14 count vintage taupe that I purchased at Hobby Lobby. I'm using all the DMC floss. And this is where I am now. So I finally finished up the house, and now I worked inside the windows and the door. This one got 310 stitches. So this was a Saturday, so I got a lot more stitching done. Usually on Saturdays and Sundays, I can get a little bit more stitching done. So 310 for this stitch. So all I have left to do is this the rest of the inside of the door or windows, the green grass, and then there's a small border that goes, it's like this, that'll be down here. And then this one will be complete. So I should have this one done by September. Then on March 3rd, I spent the wheel again, and I got October Cottage of the month. This is also done again on 14 count finished taupe. I'm using DMC floss. It's going to look like this when it's finished. This one is almost done as well. I finally got the house done. That's what I finished, actually. So the house is complete. I believe I have to do some pumpkins. Let me get that picture back out. Yeah. So I have to do some pumpkins underneath this tree, the green grass that goes all the way down here, and then the border down here at the bottom. And then this one will be completed. So this one got 217 stitches that day. And hopefully by October, this one will be completed. Then on March 4th, I did Spooky Spells. this was the day that I called in sick. So this was also, I also did that honeybee Quaker. But on Spooky Spells, I did 301 stitches. This is done on 14 count vintage. I'm sorry. Yeah, 14 count vintage. It's not taupe, it's the vintage mocha, I think. But this stitch is by Sugar Stitches. It's called Spooky Spells. This is what it'll look like. And I'm actually going to do this in a pillow. I don't remember who I was watching, but I saw this done and they did it in a pillow and it looked amazing. So again, Spooky Spells. And I'm using all DMC floss. And I did the corn thing there and then some of this jar and started on the, I did the outline of the inside of the jar as well. I had to give up on the border a little bit. It was kind of, after a while it's repetitive, so it's gonna, it'll get it done eventually. But this one is a fun stitch as well. So I do whatever spins. Whatever spins, that's what I spin. So if it's Halloween, Christmas, I know it's not that time of year, but that's what I do. Then on Tuesday, March 5th, I did Farm Life. This is done on 14 count vintage mocha. That's what, vintage mocha. I'm using DMC floss. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. This one I was missing 2 floss and I did purchase them, so I do have them now. So I started, oops, I have a thread. Sorry about the thread. So I actually did the part of the fence. And I also had to frog out this bird tree stem kind of like because I did not count it right. So I have to restitch that. So I just did the the fence, and that got 81 stitches that day. And then I worked on it month to month at lunchtime. And it's in my cute little cow bag that I made. Then on March 6th, I worked on month to month February. Now this one, I don't think I showed you on my WIP. So, because I've decided that I want to restart this. So when I first did it, I'll show you. I did it on a 14 count Aida, just a regular 14 count Aida white. So this is how far I got. And when I was stitching it, I was like, I don't want this fabric anymore. So I have abandoned this piece and I'm restarting it, and I'm starting it on a 14 count Molten Milk like all my other ones by Lori Holt. So this is what it'll look like when it's finished. Again, I have this barn stand that I'm going to use when they're all finished. And that day I got 122 stitches. And so I got the little bird and then I started on the F. And that's all I have so far. So I'm liking this much better now that I switched fabrics. So it'll be much, much better. And then I just have this in my cute little sunflower bag that I made. It's a vinyl one. I don't do too many. These are my first bags I made. I don't do too many of the vinyl ones as much. And then Thursday, March 7th, I did Honeybee by Stitching with the Housewives. I think that these last 2 weeks were stitching with the Housewives and Country Cottage Needleworks fabrics or charts. So this is the pad. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Called Honeybee Garden by Stitching with the Housewives. It is done on a 14 count that I Rit dyed. I think it's a blue jean. And I got most of the H done. That's what I worked on this day. I did 105 stitches. So I finished up the rest of the black on the H, and then I started doing the outline. So hopefully I'll get some flowers in here. So I'll do a little bit of flowers here. I believe that's next. And then I'll move my Q-snap. So here is another example of a lot of fabric. So this one I kind of have it rolled. But if you have any suggestions on how to make them, I'd love to hear them. All right, we're almost done with my WIPS. And then I worked on my month-to-month January for lunch. All right, and then my last WIP was March 8th, which was yesterday. I worked on Evergreen by the Fat Quarter Shop. This one got 394 stitches. I was trying to finish up a page, and I did. So this one got a little bit more stitches, and I wasn't feeling good again because on Friday morning I broke out in another rash. So right now I'm just halfway feeling better or not. So, but I wanted to get another video up, so I wanted to get this done tonight. All right, so this is Evergreen by Fat Quarter Shop. It is done on, again, 14 count vintage mocha. This is what it'll look like when it's finished. Sorry about the glare. Here, let me pull it up. That's what it'll look like when it's finished. You can purchase this one at Fat Quarter Shop. This is how far I've got. This was a sal, but I can't keep up on sals. I got this bow in and all of this tree. So this was page 1, the finished part, and then I got this at the star. So hopefully next time I'll have page 2 completed. There's 4 pages on this one. Super cute. This one I am also going to be doing in a pillow. I don't think I'm going to frame it. I think I'm going to do this one again too on a pillow. I think that'll be really cute. All right, so that is all. Sorry for the crinkle. That is all my WIPs for the last 2 weeks. So now we will go on to haul, and then I'll do my questions. So I don't even know when I bought this stuff. Joanne, I went to Joann's and I found this cute little bag. I'm gonna scoot back. This cute bag. It says stitching it for, well, no, it says stitch it real good. I thought, I have never seen this bag. And then look at the cute little floss and scissors. Oh, I couldn't pass up this bag. It is huge too. So it has my goodies in it. So of course, when I'm at Joann's, I always have to get floss. So I got some floss that I think I'm probably missing out of a pattern. I don't know which pattern. I got some interfacing that's for my bags that I use. And then I got some fabric. You know, this room, look behind me. I have all this fabric. See? I can't get to it. It's very hard sometimes. I'm hoping tomorrow I can start I'll make some bags. But I got this fabric. I thought this was gorgeous. With the little Easter bunnies. And then I saw this, and I couldn't pass this up because I thought this would go great. I don't even know with what. It would actually go great with my farm life. Maybe I'll change it out. Oh, upside down. super cute fabric. I make a bag with that one. As you can tell, I have a lot of farm stuff. And then I thought this was a darling. It's also a farm theme. It's got the horses, the sheep, the cats, the chickens, the barns. Just love it, love it, love it. So that was a purchase one day. Then I have another purchase from Joann's. Oh, I did purchase that Primrose Cottage. So if I can get a digital copy, I prefer to buy a digital copy and then a paper, because I put my digital copies, I use the Mark RXP app on my on my iPad. So I try to, if I can get an PDF file, that's how I want my patterns. All right, so then I got this cute little bag. It has strawberries on it from Joann's. So I have a full coverage that I'm going to start. So I got all the floss for it. There's more in the bag. So all the floss for the full coverage. I got a little rim knit. If no one knows what a rim knit is, it's less than a yard, but this one has bees on it. Here, let me take that there. It's just black with some bees fabric. Another cute little bag I'm gonna make when my spare time that I have. Then I got this boutique fabric, which I thought was super cute. I also have to start getting into doing, I have 2 quilt tops that I need to finish before June. So that might actually be what I'm working on tomorrow. And then I just got some floss drops. And that is all of my haul this week. So nothing too exciting, just a lot of floss and bags. All right, so let's go on to questions. We're almost into an hour, and the questions might take a little bit. Okay, so I just want to let everyone know, I did comment on if you had a question. I try to comment on every comment. I think I'm going to start just hearting it. So if you see, I do read everything, but I'm just going to heart. If you have a question, then I'll answer it. But I will just heart your thing, and it'll show you that I have read your comment. So the first question was from Dream Big Designs M. She asked if I could tour of my bookcase behind me. So this behind me. I will do a short video here in a couple weeks of my, a little closer look of my bookshelf for you, Dream Big. So that was the first question. The next question was by a Debbie Neal 4996. She asked if I grew up on a farm. I did not grow up on a farm. My ex-husband grew up on a farm. And when we were married, I did live on a farm. When we got divorced, I do not live on a farm anymore. But my son, that's how he is a farmer. So my ex-husband's family owns a farm. So my son is going to be a farmer when he graduates this June. He's going to go and farm with his dad. So that's why he is a farmer. So no, I did not grow up on a farm, but my son did. Then Lori, now if I mispronounce these names, I'm so sorry. I think it's Lori Aiden. It's LORIEDEN 9774. Asked how many stitches a day, or asked how I calculate my stitches a day. So I use the app called Mark RXP. It is on my iPad And what I do is, if it's a PDF, it's easy to like download on there. If it's a paper chart, I have to like do a screenshot. And then I open it up and I can click on each square and highlight it, kind of like. Let me see if I can do a real quick show. I'm going to just click on something and zoom in very big because I don't want to show the whole chart. Well, if you get something out of this, then I don't know what you're gonna do. So see how this is all highlighted? This is not. So this is what's counting it. It's counting it to tell me how many stitches. So then I can go in the bottom, it says an info button. And it right here on this top corner right here, it'll tell me how many stitches I have done that day. I can also change it to see a calendar. So there is my 122 stitches and how many minutes. I don't really watch the minutes, but I do the stitches. So that, again, that app is called Mark RXP. It's on Apple. I do not know if it's on Android. I can't get Pattern Keeper since I do an Apple. So that's how I count my stitches, and I love it. I don't think, if I had to write it down, I would not count my stitches. If I had to count every time I put a stitch in, I wouldn't do it. So this app has really saved me. So the next question is by two people asked, Julie Eve 1835 and Kathy Tinsley, I think 2486, asked if I used a pattern to make my bags. I do not use a pattern. I actually watch Elizabeth Can Stitch, and if I can link the video, I will try to link the video, but she has a great YouTube video on how to make project bags. I watch and watch over. I still watch her. So when I start doing a project bag, I will turn that video on. The only thing I change is the size. I change it to the size that I want. So that's the only thing I do, is I change the inches is different than what she recommends on her video. That's the only thing I do different, but I do follow her YouTube. So go check her out. And then Deborah Kemp 8922 asked me what my two jobs were. So I am an accountant full-time, and then part-time I work at a fabric store. And then Cindy Spector 5408 asked if when dyeing my fabric, if it comes soft. So when I dye my fabric, I don't think it comes soft. I feel like it's still the same material that when I dyed it. Now, on my honeybee, I feel like the squares got smaller, or they're harder to see the hole, but I don't feel like that when I'm dyeing my fabric that it is soft. So there's that. Then I had Jeanette Thompson asked where in Illinois I live. I live in Central Illinois. And then Stitching CO asked, where do I get the Aida that I dye? So I purchase all of my Aida that I dye actually at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, sometimes Michael's, but most of the times Joann's and Hobby Lobby's, and I use Charles Craft that you get at Joann's, and then Hobby Lobby is at Artiste. So that's where, and I just buy white, and I just buy Rit dye, or I do coffee tea dye. And that is all the questions. So if anyone else has more questions, just put them down below and I will be glad to answer anything that you guys have. I believe, let me just make sure that I got. Okay, yep. All right, so if you want to leave, I'm going to do a little just a small little life update. Then I'm going to talk about plans. And that's all. So a little life update. So last 2 weeks, 1 week, I worked both jobs every day. I did 12-hour shifts. I don't usually do that. I had an employee that got sick, and so I covered her shifts for her. So I worked that week Tuesday through Saturday, and I did 12-hour shifts. So I didn't get a lot of stitching, but I did get my morning stitching done. So that was that's a plus. With all that week going on, though, I had another reaction. I had to go to the doctors. They gave me a shot for it. It went away. And then this past weekend, I got another allergic reaction. Went to the doctors on Monday. They gave me a shot. It went away for 2 days, and now I have it back. The doctor's not sure what's going on with why I keep having an allergic reaction. I've never been allergic to anything in my life, so they don't know what's going on. So all I'm doing is taking Benadryl and Claritin and hoping for the best. Right now it's starting to itch a little bit, so it's probably time for me to go lay down and take some Benadryl. But we'll see. So hopefully, maybe here soon, they'll get me into an allergist to maybe check to see what's going on. And I hope, because this itching stuff is ridiculous. It's not very fun. If anyone's been through it, it's just not fun. So that's what has really been going on with me. Just working 2 jobs and trying to feel better. So hopefully here soon, I will feel better soon. All right, so that's a little bit of my life update. Nothing exciting. So then I have some plans. So for my plans for this next coming up for my cross stitch is I'm going to keep stitching every day. I'm going to try to do 3 projects a day. My lunch project during my work, I'm going to spin the wheel in the morning and do that stitch. And then in the nights when I'm not working, I'm going to do my full coverage Mystic Moo. So I will be doing that. And so that's my plans for the rest of March. I thought about maybe doing a new start on my children's birthday, which is March 30th, but I haven't decided on that. There's a piece of hair. So I'm going to think about that. I might actually, maybe I'll start a Quaker or something for their birthday. I don't know. So I'm going to maybe look around and maybe do a start for their new start for their birthday. Or I probably should do a new start for Easter. Maybe I'll start looking for an Easter start too. All right. And then I also wanted to just mention real quick, I think I'm going to start doing these every 2 weeks, unless I find that they're this long all the time if I do 2 weeks. So we'll see how it goes. So next weekend is St. Patty's Day, so I don't know if I'll be able to get a video. So that's why I'm thinking maybe every 2 weeks to do a video and post it. So keep watching. Make sure you subscribe so you know when I go, when a video has dropped. And then that's it. So I want to thank everyone who has watched me, has subscribed, like, comment. If you want to keep watching, make sure you hit that like, the subscribe button, all them things that you do. I do appreciate everyone that take their time, especially these long videos, and you sat here and watched me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. So thank you so much. Till next time, keep stitching, and we will see you later. Thank you. Bye. Have a good evening.